as the sheer brutality unfolded and bloodstains mark the spots where happiness once lingered. A tragic end to what should have been an evening of fun. Head of the East Kingston Police Division, Superintendent Tommy Lee Chambers, sheds more light on the incident.
At the end of the competition, base one team, they won the first prize. So they were here awaiting their first prize. However, they see it fit to have a spelling bee competition and also a bun eating contest. Whilst they're having fun, a group of men walk up in the crowd and open gunfire at some of the patrons, hitting 7 persons.
So far, 5 people have been confirmed dead, while 2 remain hospitalized. The senior cop has been receiving support from different branches of the security forces, which has led to a lead to crucial information.
My team this morning also received information somewhere along in the Rosedale Road area that one person who involved in this situation that occurred yesterday, and they went on an operation and we had a fatal and a firearm also recovered. We will continue to pursue, sir, and no stone will be left unturned.
Lee mentions that this type of tension is not something they are used to in the area and will do all they can to restore normalcy. The police have identified 4 of the 5 men killed in the East Kingston incident. They are 51-year-old Ortavio Austin, otherwise called Mendez, 29-year-old Okira Austin, otherwise called Kiro, 32-year-old O'Dane Josephs, otherwise called Bones, and 38-year-old Rosrick Thomas, otherwise called Tenil. The identity of the 5th victim remains unknown. Adrian Williams for CVM News. And following the killings, a 48-hour curfew has been imposed in sections of Pleasant Heights and Oliver Road in Rockfort, Kingston. The curfew will began from 8 p.m. yesterday on Monday and will remain in effect until 8 p.m. on Wednesday. The boundaries of the curfew are north along Pleasant Heights Road from the Marl Pit to Hillside Crescent, east along an imaginary boundary from Windward Road in the vicinity of Dowitch Road to Hillside Crescent, south along Windward Road from Dowitch Road to Oliver Road, west along Oliver Road from Windward Road to the Marl Pit at Pleasant Heights Road during the hours of during the curfew, all persons are asked to remain within the boundaries unless otherwise stated by the ground commander. We now hear from Nika Lewis.
Thank you so much, Adrian. We're continuing in the mood of tension because during the tense atmosphere in Pleasant Heights, Rockfort, Kingston, Prime Minister Andrew Holness and other government officials toured the curfew-stricken area. Prime Minister Holness, along with the Minister of National Security and members of Parliament, including the Member of Parliament for East Kingston, Philip Paulwell, paid a visit to the area. The PM rubbished the idea of dons, who he says wreaks havoc in communities.
The challenge that we have always had in communities like this is that there are persons who claim that they lead the community, that they have some leadership role, and they ascribe to themselves the title Don. But I think more and more Jamaicans are realizing that these men who claim to want to protect the communities or call themselves elders or don or dads or whatever term they may choose to describe themselves, they are nothing but criminals, lowlifes, people whose only intent is to undermine your security.
The curfew is needed for a longer period. I have the authority to extend it, and I will so do at the request of the commanding officer of this area. At the same time, I had discussions with acting CDS, who is implicated for supporting the police, and I understand that the JDF supporting team and the police officers and the officers from the special operations team of the police were out here last night and this morning.
And in West Kingston, the security forces are working to restore calm following a brazen daylight gun attack that claimed the lives of 2 men in downtown Kingston earlier today. As Shante McNeil tells us, it's unclear as to whether these murders are connected with the recent killings in the parish.
It's been less than 24 hours since a mass shooting in East Kingston claimed the lives of 5 individuals, and since then there has been a number of brutal killings across the parish. One of the latest tragedies took place early Tuesday morning in downtown Kingston, where 2 men were fatally shot in a brazen gun attack. According to police reports, at about 7:50, 23-year-old Michael Mitchell and 21-year-old Donald Walters were walking along North Street when they were ambushed by gunmen who opened fire, hitting them both. They were rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. Commanding officer for the Kingston Western Police Division, SSP Michael Phipps, has since announced heightened security measures in an effort to restore calm in the area.
The security forces, meaning the JDF and the JCF, we have ramped up our activities, especially within the Denhamtown Zozo, because we realize that the addresses are really Denhamtown addresses. So in order to prevent any escalation of further violence, we have increased the presence of the police and soldiers within the Denhamtown Zozo.
As to whether or not the recent murders are in any way connected, SSP Phipps says he's unable to speak to the murders outside of his division. In the meantime, he continues to encourage residents to cooperate with lawmen to bring the criminals to justice.
Ask the residents to cooperate with the police and the JDF, tell us what is it you might know about these killings, and any other information that can assist with crimes that wanted persons across the division. We implore them to share with us.
Investigations into both incidents are ongoing. Shante McNeil for CVM News.
Meanwhile, 3 men are dead following an alleged shootout with the police in Maypen, Clarendon on Monday. They've been identified as 35-year-old Rashane Latchman, 20-year-old Romaine Ferguson, and 32-year-old Davian Bailey. Reports are that the police tried to stop a white Toyota Probox on the Bustamante Highway when the driver of the motor vehicle refused, resulting in a chase by the police. An exchange of gunfire ensued, and it is alleged that the vehicle crashed and 5 men exited. 3 of the men were seen suffering from gunshot wounds. They were subsequently taken to the Maypen Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, has launched an investigation into the incident. And now we have a very brief discussion. Well, that looks like a break. We're up on a quick break. Stay with us for more news.
CVM News at 7 headlines Tuesday, courtesy of Heart NSTA Trust, Jamaica's Human Development Agency.
Crunchy Box for only $8.50. Crunch your craving with the new KFC Crunchy Box. A piece of delicious chicken, 2 hot wings, biscuit, and Pepsi for only $850. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Government and public sector, making the systems better to give you the quality and service you deserve. And you deserve it. That's why service excellence is the aim. We take it serious.
Come out to Colonel Cole, Moran Bay on Friday, October 25th for the Government Services Mobile Fair.
That we are working, we benefit businesses and Jamaicans. Better systems and services for a better Jamaica.
Get free health checks, apply for or renew your passport, register births, deaths, enroll in PATH and HEART programs, all under one roof.
Oreo and Coca-Cola just became besties. Taste the new limited editions while they last.
What's your story? What's your sign? We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive. We come alive.
Fan Central Pitside, brought to you by Edgechem, AIM Financial Corporation, Texaco, and Connex.
No more fear of missing out. CVM TV News is on YouTube. Get up-to-date news, sports, and business content at CVM TV News anytime, anywhere. Subscribe now to CVM TV News to see it happen.
That's behind the corner. People don't bother feel like you can predict who is going to be in the shop with me. A ship carry you back again. You're controversial. How old were you?
8 years old.
Now we're contemplating. These are the digits. What kind of episode this was? Another junction in life. I have 2 left foot there, sir. Yeah, know. Yeah, man. See the backline of the Nigeria now. This is my show and you will not drop word from me. They even know them things. TJ, I can't say that no. You're going to mash up somehow.
You know, say barber shop just really there ready to make your cut.
So, where you cut before? The cut, okay. Now I'm where I want to be.
The Cut is brought to you by Flow.
CVM News at 7 Tuesday, brought to you by KFC.
Crunch your craving with the new KFC Crunchy Box for only $850. KFC.
Welcome back. Continuing the news. Prime Minister Andrew Holness today signed an MOU with Canada for scientific and technical cooperation in the nuclear field to assist in Jamaica's integration of nuclear energy to generate electricity in the near future. Prime Minister Holness says the move underscores the government's push to diversify the economy and reduce the cost of electricity over time. An MOU aimed at many things, including energy diversification, building out new industries, and bringing the best of Canada's atomic industries in agreement with Jamaica's development goals.
Nuclear brings with it an engine for the economy. So it solves more problems and offers more solutions than most other technologies available to us. I look forward to the continued collaboration and friendship between our nations. We should not delay in taking the next step, which is to get together to develop a concrete set of actions. By doing so, we will transform the words in the MOU we're about to sign into tangible outcomes.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the Canadian government on Tuesday inked an agreement to integrate and incorporate nuclear technology into local sectors, bringing added value to the economy. Among the touted benefits, reduced energy costs.
Our nuclear MOU will put us in a good position for the integration of nuclear energy in our energy mix. But it will put us in an even better position to develop a nuclear industry in Jamaica. And that industry could comprise medicine, whether it is the repair of equipment, the design of equipment, the integration of nuclear technology in equipment by virtue of having a trained and competent labor force in nuclear. We could attract investments here. We could also attract medical operations here that use nuclear.
While noting the environmental concerns and likely safety issues, Prime Minister Holness says much of the technology will be used to preserve and improve the environment, adding safety is less of a problem now with nuclear technology. And though Jamaica leads the charge in nuclear tech regionally, it's not alone.
Canada, with whom we are signing this MOU agreement today, has 15% of its electricity generated by nuclear energy. And Canada is known for the maintenance of uncompromising standards in nuclear. These examples show that with proper regulation of the technology and the embrace of technological advancement, nuclear can be a game changer. In fact, today's nuclear technology, especially small modular reactors, is far safer and more adaptable than it was in the past. So small modular nuclear reactors offer enhanced safety features, reduced environmental impact, and a cost-effective solution for small countries like Jamaica.
Staying around after finding out that one's child has been born with special needs for many men has been the rare choice. But in this story, a father of a child with special needs is encouraging his male counterparts to stand by their spouses and fight for the well-being of their families together. More in this report. Sharvon Robinson is not the typical Jamaican man. He is the biological father of 2 young boys, including Siobhan, who is 1 year old and is considered a child with special needs. Mr. Robinson is also a father figure to his partner's 3 other children, with whom he shares a home. And despite his son's disability, him having to fend for his expanded family and facing eviction, he's staying the course.
For those gentlemen out there in the world that actually leaving the mother with all the disability kids, right? To take care of them.
Don't have disabilities.
Yes. I need you gentlemen to please stand up and help your baby mothers in the world. You understand? Because it's so hard, especially when time you have a child with disability where them can move around as them like and all of that, and them gonna feel a way when time they grow up and seeing other kids moving around and they can't do certain things on their own. I just want you guys to just stay put and just stay in the mothers and the children's life, right? As it is, as God created us all to be special.
In many instances, fathers leave the weight and needs of a child with disabilities on the mothers, some of whom struggle to render support and care, but still do. Robinson had a message for these mothers too.
All of the mothers that have kids with critical condition, as in like disability and all those stuff, I want to say, don't let anybody judge you, okay? God created them for a reason, right? And don't let anybody judge you and say, this, that, and, you know, them stuff there, and make, oh my God, I'm talking right now, I'm so speechless, honestly. As I'm saying, just, if they come in this way, just accept them as the way they are.
Yes.
You understand?
Because at the end of the day, you already carried them for 9 months and you know what it is like. So, I mean, why give up that child? You never know what can turn around.
And though the task is not what any parent signed up for, Siobhan's special needs are less burdensome on any one parent because he has the love of both.
Honestly, he's so much fun. I don't have any problem with him. Otherwise, he move along. He's so happy, very energetic. He have a lot of upper body strength because he climbs a lot. Him go up on the bed, okay, and come down, okay. Sometimes I have to watch him because he climb up everywhere. He's 1 year old and
15 months old.
Today, actually.
Siobhan is in need of critical surgery and prosthesis that have been dogged by delays due to lack of finances. The family is also facing eviction and seeking a place to live. To help this child and his family, you may use the details on your screen. Stay with us for so much more when we return after this break.
Papa Jesus, insurance gone up again?
park up faster. It gives our insurance.
Driver, let's go.
Do you really want to stick with the same old insurer? For the first time in Jamaica, taxis, minibuses, coasters, whatever you drive, MIBinsure.com will find you an insurer who will slash your premium by up to 60%. They all claim to save you money, but only MIB Insure actually can. Switch to MIBinsure.com today and save serious money.
Jamaica, get ready! Saturday, October 26th, live on the lawns of Uimona. It's Boys to Men. Singing your favorite hits. Also performing live, Tess and Chin and Lee Lycan. Get your tickets now at caribtix.com, Kingston, Jer, and Fontana. Saturday, October 26th, 2024. It's Boys to Men, live on the lawns of Uimona. Starts at 8 p.m. Sponsored by Supreme Ventures, Mayberry, Main Event, Island Grill, and Courtly Hospitality Group.
Find Central Pitside, brought to you by HChem, AIM Financial Corporation, Texaco, and Connex.
Welcome back to the business news. The Ministry of Finance and the Public Service and the University of the West Indies UWI Mona campus, specifically its Department of Economics, along with various partners, launched a significant initiative known as the Fiscal Research Center. This center aims to enhance knowledge and expertise in public finance and public policy, addressing critical issues that affect economic stability and growth at the university level. With more, here's Andre Jebinson. We take a quick break to make way for more after these.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh, Courts have it all. Oh, yeah.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
Hi everyone, my name is Kurt Dunn.
Greetings from Kali's Kelly Yoga.
Hey, it's Travin Morrison, and I am your National Physical Activity Specialist. And it's time to make a move.
Jamaica, let's get moving again. Season 2 of the Ministry of Health and Wellness Jamaica Move series is here. Join us Wednesdays at 5 a.m. and Saturdays at 8 a.m. right here on CVM TV. Let's get moving.
Make a move now.
Welcome back. Now let's take a quick look at what's buzzing on social media.
So, what's trending in our local social media spaces? On Heroes Day, racing at Caymanas Park halted due to protest over disputed steward's decision. The punters were outraged by winner's disqualification, demanding a reversal. Chaos ensued as garbage and debris were thrown onto the track. Here are some of your reactions to the news. At It's GBiz says, one thing with Jamaica and them, I go fling anything them catch. At Pretty Little CC posts, these men are something else. They take their horse racing serious. At Charlene Williams comments, it should. Too often they belittle small trainers when they win a race. Why they don't do this kind of stuff to the top trainers them? Justice for Samantha. At Pa Bear shares, the stewards are too inconsistent, and sometimes horses are unfairly disqualified, and sometimes the decisions are later reversed, but the punters still lose their monies. Therefore, increase the fines for minor infractions and disqualify the infractions that are deemed dangerous and spiteful. At Honey Kells writes, every race worth millions. People them would have real upset. Punters them have the talk, you know. And that's what's trending online today. Continue to share your thoughts with us on X at CVM TV and CVM_television on Instagram. I'm Courtney Lewis.
We're up on a quick break. Stay with us for so much more.
A big deal when we touch the ground. Yeah, a KFC when we're pulling up.
Anything for the taste of a KFC, big deal. The time by KFC is.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVM TV.
Welcome back. As we told you earlier, the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service and the University of the West Indies UWI Mona campus, specifically its Department of Economics, along with various partners, launched a significant initiative known as the Fiscal Research Center. Andre Jabinson is going to tell you so much more.
The Fiscal Research Center represents a significant step towards developing academic research that can inform government policymaking and improve fiscal management in the region. As the country faces increasing challenges related to economic stability, the role of informed policymaking becomes more apparent. The FRC is being touted as a platform for researchers, policymakers, and practitioners to collaborate on issues related to public finance. Part of the problem, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark pointed out, is that the analysis of Jamaica's economic history has been skewed.
We have tended to see it and to interpret it in JLP history and PNP history, i.e. putting a partisan lens on the interpretation of history, without recognizing that our economic history is an integrated whole. And until we see it as an integrated whole, warts and all, we will not be able to fully absorb the lessons of that history.
The minister said the country has been unstable from a macroeconomic level for a very long time, which is why it is important to maintain recent economic gains.
But we can only preserve it if we have strong institutions. The benefits of sound public financial management are so profound that it cannot be left to the Minister of Finance alone. It cannot be left to the Cabinet alone. It cannot even be left to the Parliament alone. It has to be ingrained in the society that this is just a basic requirement for a stable and independent people.
The University of the West Indies, UWI, has long been recognized as a leader in economic education and research in the Caribbean. By establishing this center, stakeholders believe academic resources can produce research that can directly influence fiscal policies, something Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark says is scarce in the region.
The Jamaican project becomes unsustainable without a domesticated capacity for fiscal research and learning. And what we aim to do here with the Fiscal Research Center, well, what UWI aims to do here, is to help in domesticating the capacity for original fiscal research, and importantly, for the teaching of public financial management.
The establishment of the FRC is expected to have far-reaching implications for Jamaica's economy. UWI Principal Professor Denzel Williams said producing high-quality research that informs policy decisions will contribute to more effective governance and improved public services.
If we have an institutional arrangement that is now going to help us to better appreciate the power of fiscal discipline, to drive that kind of stability that we need in the macroeconomy, the consequences are great. This center is so important because this center is going to serve as a kind of a guardrail to ensure that the issue of fiscal indiscipline is no more, it's behind us. And what we're going to do going forward is to create a platform for continuous fiscal management in a prudent way. And if we do that, the spin-off of that is greater enhanced or entrenched stability in the macroeconomy. And with that entrenched stability in the macroeconomy, you are better able to plan going forward. And with you better able to plan, the cost of doing business is much lower.